to perform well, and I think from the team, but also just in the sport in general. But we'll see how the car is. I think we have really good speed today. It's a little bit hard to judge where everybody's at, but I think the car's got good speed, so we'll definitely have to run well and produce good finishes.
What's all on the checklist for you guys today?
I think for me, it's just getting accustomed to the car and the track and kind of learning. That's the main thing. But we'll see what kind of speed we have once I get in the car and kind of base that off of where Kaz and Tyler have been at. And it's a little hard to judge here with how much the track changes, but I think we'll get a good idea just off of the data, where each of us is at.
Any particular takeaways right off the bat after the test today in your mind?
I think we got a competitive car. We're right there with the JGR cars, and we're on similar tire strategies. So I think the car is more than capable of helping me learn, and we can be competitive in it.
What do you think of the platform in general? Because just every driver we talk to, they say the Xfinity car is the most fun car they drive. Has that been your experience as well?
It has. The two races are the two times I've drove them on the road courses. They're probably the most fun race car I've ever driven. So I'm looking forward to getting out here on the oval and seeing how they do.
With the limited practice, how valuable is a test session like this for somebody like him still coming up?
Oh yeah, it's huge. I think there's only a few races where we get a full hour of practice, which still isn't much, especially at a track that I haven't been to before. But so taking advantage of something like this and getting as many laps as I can is a huge help.
Do you guys get sim time or anything like that for you to kind of supplement your experience?
Yeah, we do. We get one session a week before a race for a few hours, so it's not a ton, but it's definitely at least enough to feel like you get acclimated to the track you're going to and how the car is going to drive when you show up.
What is your experience with that in terms of just is it realistic? Is it similar, or does it give you at least a baseline? How is that?
On the two road courses I did, the balance was almost identical. Portland was a little difficult to judge because of the rain, but it seemed like when it dried out, it was really similar. So I anticipate it'll be about the same today, but it's the oval might be a little different.
In terms of the oval racing, how many races are you doing this year?
20.
Okay.
With Sammy.
So ton of oval experience that you're going to get then. How much are you looking forward to doing that here with this car?
I'm really looking forward to it. It's Sam's got a great group of guys and it's a good car, so I'm looking forward to running with all those guys.
Expectations, realistic, plus then best case scenario?
I think top 10 finishes are realistic. They're going to be tough. There's a lot of good cars this year. You're going to have to fight for them, but I think the car is definitely capable, and I think some higher expectations. I think at top 5, maybe one or two of those at least throughout, maybe later in the year.
What kind of will you do other racing then other than 20 races, or how will you fill out the rest of your schedule?
We're doing a few ARCA races, as well as some Trans Am and late model stuff, but Xfinity is going to be the majority of my schedule for sure.
It's still the TA2 stuff that you'll be doing?
Correct, yeah, but it'll probably only be one or two races.
Okay. I guess that'll just be a particular road course or just whatever's available?
Mostly just based off of the schedule, what's available. I'll be down at Sebring for the first race, and then we're looking at Road America later in the year, hopefully to help prepare for the Xfinity race, but not sure on that one yet.
Have you ever run that Nashville course?
The street course, yeah. I did the last 2 years.
Oh, what do you think of how that course developed?
We all first went there, we thought it was going to be super tight and there was going to be a bunch of crashes, and it ended up having like one minor caution the whole race. And then we went back, it was a little more involved, but it's a really fun course. It's obviously a cool venue, cool atmosphere, big crowd for a Trans Am race, and I enjoyed running on the streets. It was a really cool experience, and I'm looking forward to going back for Chicago.
What a lot of NASCAR people don't have that street course experience. What's that street course potentially going to be like? I know obviously nobody's been on Chicago, so you can't tell, but explain how different street course racing is from road course racing, because some people might look at it the same way, but it's not.
Yeah, it's you can't, the car's got to be a lot softer because of the bumps, and like at Nashville, just going over like the bridge, you'd have like where the concrete was joined together, and it would just pick up the rear end of the car and spin the tires going straight. It's also really dirty, which I'm sure NASCAR will do a better job than what Trans Am had, but it's definitely different. There's no real margin for error. If you get a little free on exit or anything, you're going right in the wall. So definitely makes it tougher, and you got to be a little bit more on your toes.